Welcome to the Security Brief. I'm Paul Violas. Can you imagine anyone ever admitting to a crime they did not commit, especially if that crime is murder? Now, imagine you're an innocent 16-year-old thrown into an interrogation room several different times as a suspect in the murder of a beloved classmate. Question is, would you cave under the pressure with the promise of being able to go home if you confessed? Fact is, this happens every day in this country. Innocent people going to prison for an entire lifetime. And as unlikely as it may seem, while you sit at home watching the show, know this: in the blink of an eye, it could very well happen to your child. Our job here at the Security Brief is to talk about the things that will help keep America's families safe. And that conversation always begins with a story.
In November of 1989, the body of my classmate was found. She had been raped and murdered. I was a very quiet teen, so people thought I may be a person of interest to the police. In the course of the investigation, I was questioned many different times. When I was asked to submit to a polygraph, I agreed. The police conducted a polygraph and interrogated me for 7 hours with no parent and no lawyer. I was coerced by the police to confess to a crime I didn't commit. I was convicted despite a negative DNA test result that was obtained before the trial, which showed that semen found in the victim did not match me. I had an alibi for the time of my murder, but no one checked it out. I was playing wiffle ball at the time. My wrongful conviction was caused by a coerced false confession, prosecutorial misconduct, fraud by the medical examiner, and an inept public defender. I was convicted of first-degree rape and second-degree murder and sentenced to 15 to life. I was 17 years old.
Jeff was 17 years old when he had his life stolen from him in an instant. Please welcome Jeff to the Security Brief. So good to have you.
Happy to be here.
So, Jeff, you're 16, you're arrested for something you didn't do. You're 17, you walk into prison for the first time, convicted of rape and murder. Take me to the first day that you walked into that prison. What do you see? What do you smell? What do you hear?
I saw cell bars. I saw fully grown men who were prisoners, many of whom were guilty of having committed serious violent crimes. I smelled stale air. I'm frightened out of my mind. I'm still in shock because I can't fully believe that I've been wrongfully convicted and I'm now in a men's maximum security prison serving a sentence of 15 to life.
Is anyone saying anything to you as you're walking in? Do you hear any people screaming at you? I mean, let's go there for a second.
Some of the prisoners yelled out of their cell, fresh fish.